Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. A video on the personal training industry. So this is not going to interest all that many of you, but I know there are a fair few personal trainers who watch these things. Here is the thing I want to talk about. Should a personal trainer be in shape? Now, in the past, I've been hounded on social media for cruelly mocking personal trainers with bellies and stuff like that. So I'm going to caveat everything I say. The caveat is this. We are talking about personal trainers who work with clients who want to improve their body composition, be it fat loss or muscle building. We're not talking about people who work with rehab. We're not talking about people who work with people with eating disorders. We're not talking about people who work in strength and conditioning. This is body composition. So should a trainer be in shape? The cold, hard answer is yes. A trainer needs to be in shape because a trainer needs to be inspirational for his or her clients. You do not need to look like Mr. Universe. You do not need to be massively jacked. You need to show that there's evidence of your expertise. So you could be big and a bit smooth, small and a bit lean. Be very flexible, move well, whatever it may be. There's a combination of characteristics, and you can have more of one and less of the other, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. If you're 300 pounds and you're 13% body fat, but you're 300 pounds, you can probably get away with it, right? What you can't get away with is being 120 pounds male and 13 or 14% body fat, because you're going to look skinny fat. So it's a balance, but you need to show your clients the expertise. And in body composition, a significant part of your expertise, not all of your expertise by any means, of course, because there are many times when you're in better shape and worse shape and everything else, but a significant part of your expertise is going to show on your body. It's going to show on your body. It doesn't mean that the best built guys are the best trainers. No, of course not. It doesn't mean that the worst built guys are the worst trainers. But don't fall into this trap that the internet experts, who are almost always dweeby looking nerds, don't fall into the trap of thinking, well, I look like, I try to portray myself as an intellectual, therefore I shouldn't demonstrate my the evidence of my expertise on my physique. Spouting utter crap, right? They're spouting crap. You need... Success leaves clues is a saying, right? Well, successful training principles, consistency, the ability to work hard, leaves a clue on your physique, right? It leaves some clue. Response to training, dedication to diet, all that stuff, that's a different story. But there's going to be some evidence. So if you look like you don't train, if you barely look like you lift weights, if you look like you live on a McDonald's and fast food diet, you got a problem. The other reason why personal trainers need to be in shape is because they're there to inspire their clients as well. Because a personal trainer is not a strength and conditioning coach who's dealing with younger athletic robots. Okay? You need to get inside the head of your client. Therefore, you need to be inspirational. Now, Arnold Schwarzenegger does not look like Arnold Schwarzenegger used to look. But if Arnold Schwarzenegger trained me, I would train like a motherfucking demon. Because he's been Arnold Schwarzenegger. That makes perfect sense to you, right? But if Arnold Schwarzenegger was not Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was just a 65-year-old man who looks okay but nothing special, wouldn't be the same. So of course, it depends what you've done before. It depends on your character. It depends on your charisma. All these factors that are very, very hard to quantify, which is why becoming a good personal trainer, a really effective results-producing personal trainer, is very, very hard. Very hard, and takes talent. It really does. It's too easy to become a personal trainer. A trained chimp can do it, but to actually become a really good PT, I take my hat off to really good PTs. It's a tough job. You need to inspire your clients. If you look like a sack of shit, you're not going to inspire your clients, are you? You're not. You're not. Please, I know there's going to be all but hurt people telling me, oh, Mitchell, he only cares about jacked up trainers, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not true, right? That's not true. But you got to inspire people. So being in shape as a PT is very important. Does it make you a good PT? Well, one, evidence of expertise. So if you don't look like you've ever lifted weights, but maybe you did lift weights in the past. So there are exceptions. So there are people out there who are great PTs who are not in shape, but they are very, 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 very few and far between. And really, to be a good body composition PT, you've got to have done it and done it and done it a good few times. So if you're watching this and you're feeling a little bit butthurt, Nick Mitchell says, you've got to be in shape to be a good PT. I'm a great PT, but I know I don't look very good. But I've got this excuse, I've got that excuse. Take a good, hard look at yourself. There are one or two exceptions to the rule, but I can only think of one or two, and I know a lot more trainers than you probably know. So look in the mirror. If this offends you, get a grip. If you're a man, try and grab your testicles, because if you're getting butthurt, they're probably shriveling up right now. Get in shape. It's important. It is a factor. If you disagree, comments below as always, please. If you agree, comments below, because I'm obviously one or two people are going to complain at me and dislike this for this video, but you know what, they can